Good morning, everyone. This week we're going to be building another new template for our Lean and Six Sigma glossary so that you can make your own templates if need be, or you can still go to the store and purchase templates on our website to save you a little bit of time. This week we're going to be building a template for inventory carrying costs. So let's answer the first question that we need to understand before we start building a template. And again, you'll see the template right over here, but we're going to build that together. So don't worry about that. We'll put the formula in, we'll work together and get everything situated. So what are inventory carrying costs? Well, inventory carrying costs are also known as carrying costs, cost of holding inventory, and probably a wide variety of other names that you can find on the internet. But the three main ones that I've seen all over are inventory carrying cost, and cost of holding inventory. The metric is most often described as a percentage of the inventory value. The percentage can sometimes be represented in a dollar amount. And if you do have an inventory dollar amount that you've calculated from an actual financial figure in a dollar amount, you'll just have to simply divide it by the total inventory value to convert that to a percentage. But generally, most people will look at it as a percentage. The percentage is very unique to organizations. It includes a lot of different criterion to calculate it. And that could range anywhere from the amount of capital invested in the inventory, as well as spoilage, depreciation. Another term that's often used is obsolescence. You're also going to want to know about the space that's required, or the warehouse, the building that you're putting all of your inventory in. And the last few that I can think of right off the top of my head are the insurance. So you need a certain amount of insurance for the items in the building in case anything happens to it. And another very common one is pilferage. But let's jump right in and we'll build our template here. Now keep in mind that the three main pieces of information that we'll need to calculate carrying costs are actually shown right over here, and that's your capital costs, your storage costs, and your risk costs. You'll notice that this formula is already set up right here, and it's already been formatted for percentage, which is what you're usually going to show your inventory carrying costs in. So let's go ahead and delete this, and we'll put together a template. And you can either build your own, or again, visit our Lean and Six Sigma page and you can purchase a lot of different templates. So the first thing we need to do when calculating the carrying costs is to add up the capital, the storage, and the risk costs. And that's really it if you have them in a percentage format right from the beginning. So let's just grab a hold of all these cells straight across, and we're going to put them as a percentage. Now right down here on the end, we're going to of course hit our equal sign to engage our formula, and then we're going to give it an open bracket. We're going to type in the word SUM or sum, give it an open bracket, and we're going to grab a hold of these cells right here for capital cost, storage cost, and risk costs, and then we're going to close that off, and you'll see that 0% comes up. So let's say that our capital costs were 2%, okay? And our storage costs were 6%, and our risk cost was something like 7%. So that would mean our total inventory cost annually would be 15%, or for whatever time frame that you're calculating it for. Now generally carrying costs can range anywhere from 20 to 35%. It's actually quite significant in an organization, but many organizations do not calculate the carrying costs. They don't worry about it, which can have a great impact on your ordering costs as well. You can incur quite a bit of costs if you're not using accurate calculations. So this will help you to better understand your inventory carrying costs and not estimate it as much. Now down here you'll see a little bit different formula because they're all in a dollar format. And as I said earlier, if you do have things in a dollar format, and we'll go ahead and delete these right here, then it's not real tricky. You're just going to need a few pieces of information. And that is, first we need the total of our capital cost, storage cost, and risk costs again. So let's go ahead and pre-format this, and we'll just make it $1, and we'll put in our equal sign, and we're going to use the same formula, sum, with an open bracket, and then we're going to grab these 3 boxes right here, and we're going to close it off. Now you can lock that if you want. I'm not going to lock it just for the sake of time. That'll give us our total right here. Now you'll need to input your total inventory value right here, whatever the value is of your inventory. And then to get a percentage, which we're going to format this, which is already formatted as percentage, but if you haven't formatted it, just come right up here and click on the percentage. And to format it, or to calculate this, we're going to use an if-error function that you can see right here. And that's just because if we don't use the if-error function, we'll get a bunch of really weird stuff in Excel, and it's just ugly. So you're going to go ahead and type in equal sign, if-error, open bracket, and then you're going to divide your cell E11 by C13, which again is your E11 would be right here, your total of the capital, storage, and risk costs, and you'll divide that by the total inventory value, which will give you your inventory carrying costs. So let's set up a scenario right here, and let's say our capital cost was $100 and our storage cost was $250 and our risk cost was something like let's say $150. So now we've got $500 inventory carrying costs, and our total inventory value will go down here. Now that can actually be a little bit different than these 3, so you'll want to calculate that and input it right here. To do that, we're just going to double click, and let's say our total inventory value is $1,000, and you'll see our inventory carrying cost is 50%, which is very, very high for an organization, but nonetheless, this is our carrying costs, and that just means that our carrying costs are quite high. We probably need to take a look at that and maybe order a little bit more frequently, or use a different fixed metric like economic order quantity to better balance out the inventory carrying costs and the ordering costs. But this is how you calculate the inventory carrying costs. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to post them below. And if these videos are helping you and you enjoy seeing different formulas for areas of business related to Lean and Six Sigma or different aspects, please like the video below. And don't forget to share it with your friends. We'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you in our next Lean and Six Sigma template video. Have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon.